Hi, Ed Diaz here. In today's video, we're going to learn how to create a layer using chord memory. So if you're new to the concept of chord memory, check out the previous video I have on this that introduces you to chord memory. But if you've already watched that video or you have an understanding of chord memory, let's learn how to create a layer using chord memory. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and press chord memory right here in the top right. So I have it on pop 1. I'm going to use the key of C for this example. Rolled chord is on and rolled chord type is up. Okay, I have that. That sounds great. So now I'm going to go over into my studio set and I'm going to press the studio set buttons, dual and split at the same time, so I can see all of the 16 parts within my studio set. Now I'm going to go ahead and make sure part 1 is highlighted, and I'm going to go ahead and choose 76 pure. So right now chord memory is on, and you see the arpeggio is on, and chord memory is a type of arpeggio, okay, but there is an actual arpeggio button as well. So check this out. Let's go ahead and try it. So as you hear, the chord memory is working on that one sound. Now let's learn how to add another sound to enhance the overall tone. So now I'm going to cursor down to part 2. And for this example, I'm just going to hit the choir and vocal. And let's hear what I have. That synth vox will work fine. If I wanted to, I could press the enter button and find something else. Maybe let's try that vox pad. Let's change it up a little bit. And if I'm not sure what I'm hearing, I can always press and hold the preview button. And that sounds fine to me. Now let's go ahead and enter. And now let's listen. As you can hear, chord memory is working on the voice, on the vox pad, but it's not working on the electric piano. Well, now we have to go over, and we're going to cursor to the right, and this column says keyboard. Now I have to spin the dial wheel and actually turn both of those tones on in the studio set so they're both active inside the key bed. Now let's listen. Pretty cool. So we just added 2 sounds, 2 tones to use the chord memory, and so now with one finger we can get some pretty good sounds. Let's add one more. So I'm going to cursor down again. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one on and highlight the sound, and I'm going to choose a string. And so now we should have 3 sounds layered to the studio set using chord memory. Pretty cool. That's a pretty big sound, all using chord memory. Now let's go one step further and let's adjust the volumes. Now if I want to, I can go ahead and cursor with the sounds, and that's great, but I'm going to show you guys another easy way. We have the pads on the right side of the keyboard, so we're going to use the pads to select our sounds. So check this out. Hit pad utility. Now I'm going to hit pad mode, and now I'm going to select pad 2, which selects part select. Great. So now when I press the pads, you see it chooses, and I can go ahead and choose all 16 parts of my studio set. Now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and take part 3, and now I'm going to use my sound modify knobs, and I have it on the first set, cut off, resonance, attack, release, and I'm going to adjust the level. Now let's do the same thing with number 2. I'm going to go ahead and turn it all the way down to 0. So the reason I'm doing this in this example is I want to have the electric piano being the dominant sound or the primary sound heard, and the other sounds to be more secondary and kind of fill up the sound more than being dominant. So we have our electric piano. Now I'm going to select number 2, switch to that part, and I'm going to slowly bring in the voice pad, the vox pad. Great, significantly softer. And now let's bring in number 3, the strings, the same way. So play it and use our level knob. Great, I'm happy with that. So right there you see I have a very nice layer using 3 sounds. I could use more, but I'm using 3 sounds and they're all using chord memory. One thing to always remember though, make sure on this keyboard column where it says keyboard, and I have to turn it on or off to have the particular sounds on simultaneously in the key bed. And then each of those sounds also need to have the arpeggio lit on in order for the chord memory to work. So that's it right there. And now the last thing I need to do is save it. So I'm going to go ahead and press the right button right here, and I might call this one, it's a studio set technically, we do save it as a studio set. I'm going to go ahead and press studio set, and now I'm going to go ahead and rename it, and I might go ahead and delete. Let's call this EP Fox Strings. Okay, so right there, and here we go, EP Fox, and I'll use a lowercase right there. And I'm gonna call it STR, and I might go ahead and put CM for chord memory. This is just a mental note so I know why I did this or what it is. Okay, and now I'm gonna press OK. And now at this point, you see I already have something there. I'm gonna press the Enter button, and I can choose where else I want to put stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's put it, let's see, on number 21, or let's do 20. So now I'll select, it's gonna ask me, press the right button, it's gonna ask, am I sure? And yes I am, press OK. And now we have that saved as a user, so I can always call it up very quickly. Now you guys, if you have any questions, please let us know. Make sure you check out the next video on this where we're gonna show how to go ahead and put a bass in here. All right, check it out and we'll talk to you later. Take care.